There's so many times I let you down, so many times I played around. I tell you now.
And we have some friends here. At least I've met one before. But let me go to the lovely lady first. Jennifer Robertson, good to have you. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you, Vernon?
Well, I'm happy to see you guys. And this is going to be our last show for the year, I think.
I think so, but not sure.
Must have saved the best for last.
There you go.
I think so. And how long have you been in Jamaica?
I've been in Jamaica about 4 months, 4 lovely months. I love it here.
Really?
I have my family here. We all love it here. The weather's great. The people are kind. It's been wonderful.
So what going for you?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
See? You're not here long enough. Well, let's hope that you'll stay here for another, what? Not 4 months, but 4 years.
I can answer you good. I'm good.
And my brother, yes, I've met him before, Jonathan Roy.
Hi.
Good
morning.
to have you.
Happy holidays.
Yeah, same to you too. And all the best to the members of your staff here in Kingston and right across the whole world, because I know they listen to this program.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right across the world. So to all the staffers in Jamaica and overseas, to Americans, living here, I want to wish them all the best. Jennifer Roberts and Jonathan Roy. Well, we will be taking your calls today, so listeners, let's hear from you. We have the experts in the house, and as I said, I keep on saying to you, why are you going across the fence to ask your neighbor how you can get your visa? And they are going to tell you based on their experience, because I probably go there and them not get it, and I'm going to the whole heap of stress to why they don't get it. No, man, you just call now and get the information from the experts. And guess what? I don't believe it. We have a caller already. Aline. Good morning, Aline. How are you doing? Good to have you.
Hello,
Aline?
good morning. Thank you for having me.
How are you doing? Where are you calling from now? Mobay.
I'm calling from Kingston.
That is a Mobay person. Good to have you. Go right ahead.
Thank you. Yes, I'd like to ask a very quick question.
Yeah, man, we're listening. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was on a J1 visa last year, and I exited the country because of personal reasons. I'd like to know if it would be a problem for me to apply for another J1 in another category for next year.
Who's going to listen? You would ask that one?
I'll take that one. Hi, Eileen. How are you? This is Jennifer.
Hello. Good morning, Jennifer.
Good morning. No, it's not a problem for you to apply for another J1. Just if the officer asks you at the interview, just prepare to answer what the reason was why you left the country. But no, it's no problem whatsoever.
Okay. Another thing is that I was subjected to the 2-year homestay requirement. I don't know if that would be a problem either.
Well, I'm not completely familiar with your specific case, but you can find all that information on our website. Just look under the J1 visa. You can look to see. It doesn't sound like it would be a problem because you didn't fulfill all of the J1 that you were on at the time, but just go ahead on our website. That should have all the information you need.
Okay, caller?
Okay, sure, no problem.
Thank you very much. You have a wonderful day.
Thank you very
Jennifer,
much.
just briefly say what is a J1 visa.
So I believe she's talking about the summer work and travel program.
Okay.
So J1 program is meant for current university students who have some reason to travel to the United States to get some work experience. They, if they're in the hospitality industry, then they go and do something in the hospitality industry in the U.S. and it helps them prepare. It's somewhat like an internship, but it's specifically designed for those students.
Okay, we have another caller. Is that Marina?
Yes.
Good to have you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Mason, and good morning to the consulate.
Hello. I haven't done any deed poll to change my name,
Could you tell me your name? I'm sorry.
Vernon Darby.
Okay.
Okay, you go ahead. Just give me in trouble.
All right. Okay. My husband attended a non-immigrant visa interview on Monday. That is Monday of this week. His application was approved. regrettably, he did not advise the interviewing officer that he would be traveling to Canada on Monday. That is the upcoming Monday. Our concern is that the passport may not return to us on time to travel on Monday. My question is, can the processing be expedited to have the delivery of the visa by tomorrow?
It's hard to know. Right now, if it was on Monday, usually our processing doesn't take longer than a week. But what you can do is you can send an email to Kingston NIV at state.gov to find out if the visa has already been sent to DHL. The other option is you can contact the local DHL office here, and they'll let you know if the passport is there. That's probably the first step I would take, actually, because it sounds... Go ahead.
Sorry, I've already sent that email to the local office, but we have not received a response.
Okay. If you haven't received a response yet, you'll probably get one today. But if in the meantime, why don't you can contact DHL directly, because that's where it would be. And if they don't have it yet, then let me take down your name and I'll check on it for you. Okay.
I tell you what you do. I tell you what you do. You want to just hold on and give it to the producer.
Yes, I will.
Right. All right. Thanks, you see. And you have a wonderful day. But before you go, though, Jennifer and Robert, it seems to me, though, that if you're applying for visa to 2 countries, one should ensure that you apply early enough so that if you get held up by one country, it would not affect your application for another country. That's
a very good point, Vernon. Very good point. It's really important for the officers to know, first of all, you're right, for you to plan in advance. And, if you have enough planning, it doesn't take usually more than a week to get it back from the U.S. Embassy. I'm not sure how long the Canadian High Commission takes. But I would say that Vernon makes a good point. But in the end, if you have a last-minute traveling plan that you didn't know about, it is very important to let the embassy know when you arrive. We take consideration for that. So let us know, okay?
All right, you have a wonderful day. Okay, we have to go for the break. When we come back, we'll continue to have with us Jennifer Robertson and Jonathan Roy. But welcome back. You're listening to At Your Service here on Nationwide 90 FM, a revolution in media. It's Ask the Consul. I'm Vernon Darby with Consular Officers Jennifer Robertson and Jonathan Roy. We have Carol on the line. Carol, how are you doing? Good morning.
I'm very good, Mr. Darby. Compliments of the season to your guest.
Boy, the way you sound,
thank you.
Boy, I'm going to need not more for you, boy.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
My question is not a question, not a suggestion either. Anyway,
what is it?
An exclamation.
I went to the embassy. I got 2 weeks at the embassy in 2007 to attend my friend's wedding. Right. I went to the U.S. I spent 9 days. On returning to the embassy in 2009 to reapply, I was told that I had overstayed my time, and in the passport it's cancelled without prejudice. And because of that, I'm so scared to go back. One, I'm afraid of interview. And I'm just scared. I asked the consular, are you saying 9 days out of 14 is overstaying? All he said was, sorry to disappoint you, ma'am. And I was so turned off. I'm scared. I don't know what to do. My family and friends are encouraging me to go back. And I'm just scared. Jennifer, can you tell me if I should go back? That cancel without prejudice, does it go against me?
Carol, I'm so sorry that happened to you. It sounds like a really poor experience that you had there. First of all, covering canceled without prejudice, no, that's not held against you. In fact, that's what without prejudice means on that stamp. That's the stamp that we put on every visa, whether it's expired or it's just being canceled for no reason. That means that you didn't do anything wrong. That visa is just being canceled. You should definitely come and reapply without looking at the passport. We can't really see what the stamps are saying on the air, obviously, but please don't be scared. An interview is just questions going back and forth between you and the officer, and they're going to fully explore the situation and give you a fresh viewing, regardless of what happened in the past.
Okay. So I feel better now. I can go and reapply.
And all you do, there's one document that you must not forget. You hear? You know which one?
The passport?
No. No, such again.
Oh, which one?
I say it bad. You better
Very
remember
bad. Show me all.
the document of truth.
Okay, the document of truth.
Right.
Has nothing to hide.
Exactly. All the best, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you. All the best.
Enjoy your holidays.
Thank you, Carol.
I will do. You do the same. Thanks
Okay.
much.
We have Delroy. Delroy, good morning, my brother. How you do?
Yes, good morning, Mr. Darby, and good morning to the counselor.
Good morning, Delroy.
Yes, a very Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas
You too.
to you.
Yes, I have two questions, please. If somebody has been to the embassy, but then it was turned down because of no ties, but now they have a ties. They have some a little business going on, and they just get it registered. Is it possible for them to go to the embassy like this year?
Well,
apply this year, like in this month for next year, January or February?
I'm not quite sure I understand, Delroy. You said you went to the embassy before and had been turned down. When was that?
That was, I don't remember what that is.
Okay, so if you were turned down for no ties, that means that we encourage you to take enough time in between your visits to the embassy to establish ties. Sounds like you have a new license, is that right, for a business or something?
Yes, a small business.
Okay, so it would depend on it depends on the interview. Everything depends on what you say in the interview and what you tell to the officer. You can apply for an NIV you can apply for a visa as many times as you want, but we strongly encourage you to take time in between interviews. If the officer is denying you for a particular reason, we would like you to make sure that when you come back that you're not wasting your $160 you paid for the visa interview if it's not enough time to establish those ties. So without knowing your particulars, I would say, generally speaking, that's not going to happen in like 6 months. That's probably going to take at least a year or more just to make sure that we can see that your ties are strong.
Okay, and if somebody tell a lie on the application that they were married, is that a problem?
Yes, telling a lie is always a problem. Always a problem. And in fact, sometimes lies can lead to ineligibilities, meaning you can never go to the United States. So you never want to tell a lie.
Okay.
And remember, with that lie, I begin, I see him lie here, so remember that, you see?
Okay. And if somebody's making a petition for farm work over there, they will want any ties or anything, or marriage certificate or something?
So for farm worker, you mean through the government you're making an application?
Yeah, somebody's petitioning for someone.
You have to be skilled in whatever as a farm worker, you have to be skilled as a farmer. So I think that's the requirement.
All right. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, let's go to another caller. Nikisha, how are you? Where are you calling from?
Good morning. I'm calling from Kingston.
Boy, all the country people them abandoned me this morning. I don't know what me do.
We like people in Kingston. Don't give them a hard time, Brennan.
Okay, go ahead.
Good morning to Miss Roberts and Mr. Roy.
Good morning.
Morning.
My problem is that my fiancé filed a fiancé visa back in February. It was approved. It was sent here. I got some communication from the embassy. I think it was in October. I was instructed to complete the DS-160 and also to pay the fee online. I have done that, and it's been over 2 months now, and I'm unable to receive an appointment letter or anything like that. I've sent emails to KingstonIV@state.gov with all of the necessary information, proof that I paid, I registered, and I did all I was supposed to do. And each time I keep getting back, "Dear sir, madam, please register," and that is all I'm getting. So I'm wondering is it protocol for us to wait this long to get the packet 4, or I'm not sure. And also I'm very concerned because on the petition, on the letter that I had gotten from them, they said that the petition will expire on the 22nd of January 2015.
All right, let me see now if Jonathan, you want to answer that?
Yeah, I can take that one. Thank you, Nikisha, for calling. I'm sorry that this sounds like a really frustrating situation that you've been dealing with. The actual process for creating the appointment is on that same website where you paid the fee, probably. If you did it in October, it should have been on the same website. This is another situation where I want to make sure we deal with your case specifically, so I want to make sure we get your information from the producer after this call. But there are plenty of appointment slots open, even in December, for fiancés. And of course, lots of availability in January and on whatever is convenient for you to come in. Normally, those are made online at the time you fill out the DS-160. You pay the fee, and the very next step is creating the appointment. It sounds like there's been a little bit of trouble with this one. I'm not sure what caused it, but we'll make sure we get it fixed for you.
Okay.
And you don't need to worry about the expiration of it either, because there are plenty of available appointment times before that expiration date, and that expiration date can be extended indefinitely as long as you're pursuing the case.
Okay, because I think so far I did everything correct. And
yeah, but I tell you what, he has got the information already, and you can speak to him. Well, you can give the information.
Yeah, Nikisha, we'll get in touch with you. We'll get the information from the producer and get in touch with you specifically on your case. Thanks so much.
You can also send it to your email address, right?
You could send it to the email address again, but I know since you've done that a couple times already,
yes,
we'll try to reach out directly to you.
Right. All right. Thank you very much for calling, and you have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much.
Okay, let's now go to Richard. Good morning, Richard. How you do?
Yes, morning. I have a couple of questions. I'm good. How are you?
Not bad. And we have Jennifer Robertson and Jonathan Roy, consular officers.
Hi, consular officers.
Hi, Richard. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for asking. All right, so first question. If I have a visitor's visa, is it best to go to the U.S. and stay there and get married, or to get married and come back to your home country?
Well, let me ask you.
You want all the questions one time, or you'll answer one?
We'll do one at a time.
One at a time. First, Richard, congratulations on your impending marriage. It sounds like you've got a plan already.
Thank you.
So the visitor visa is not actually for marriage. If you've already got those marriage plans set, your fiancé can petition for you on the fiancé visa, and that will allow you to stay in the United States after your marriage with your fiancé and then lead to the legal permanent residence and so on.
That leads to my second question. So you're saying that if I have a visitor's visa, I can get also a fiancé visa?
You can also get a fiancé visa, yes.
Okay, and would that allow me to work?
Once you've been married and met the requirements in the United States, then you'll be authorized to work, yes.
Oh, I'll be able to work after I get married?
Yeah, you have to get married first.
Okay, and how long after you get married do you get a work permit?
You know, that's I hate to use this government line, but that's actually handled by a totally separate U.S. government organization. We only deal with the visa side and things that happen in Jamaica. As soon as you get on a plane and leave the island, you're out of our hands.
All right. What you're going to probably have to do, take it step by step. When you make the first step, then you probably can call us back for further information. All right?
Okay, thank you.
But congratulations again.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, we have Margaret on the line. Good morning, Margaret. How you doing? Margaret, where art thou? I cannot find Margaret. Well, I think she probably is gone.
Maybe we answered her question already.
I know what to tell you.
Maybe she was getting married
That's the fiancé.
Yeah.
She was calling in from the U.S. to ask the same question.
Exactly. Never thought of that. I tell you
She wants to make sure he gets a job, too.
That's it. Thank you, guys. Yeah, I'm going to go for the break right now. You're listening to At Your Service here on Nationwide 90 FM, a revolution in media. Ask the Consul. We have Consul officers Jennifer Robertson and Jonathan Roy. Vernon Darby saying to you, so come back, don't move. I don't believe it. Jennifer, I thought you were going to sing. She was singing the moment she saw that red light. She just stopped immediately.
I'm nervous, Vernon. I don't want to. I'm not a singer. Today I'm a consular officer.
That's
the hat I'm wearing.
It's not true. She's a singer.
No.
All right. We have. Andrew told me. We have Margarita again. I hope that's not your surname, Margarita again. Good morning. I hope not.
It's not Margarita again. It's a play one though, but not again. Good morning to you. How are you?
Not bad. Good to have you again.
Right. I have some quick questions.
Yes.
Wasn't the fiancé holding either? I have been refused a visa at the embassy. I'm not so sure if prejudice was attached to that refusal. However, let me just give you a synopsis of what the situation was. I was basically told that I had violated the terms and conditions of the visa. I have two questions. It was a visiting visa. Is it that I'm able to get another visa in another category, or in the future if someone should file for me, would that be a problem?
Did the Hi, Margaret. It's Jennifer.
Hi, Jennifer.
Did the consular officer tell you that you were ineligible to travel to the United States?
I actually had a B1 visa. A B2 visa, sorry.
A B2 visa. And did
right. I, however, had a child in the United States, and he said that I had violated the terms and conditions of that visa.
That happened
Right, that was a visiting visa, a couple of years now.
And then, Margaret, that happened when you went and tried to renew your visa? Is that what happened?
Right, that happened when I went and tried to renew the visa.
Okay, well, it doesn't sound like that you have a permanent ineligibility. So you violated the terms of your visa, but the officer didn't tell you that you have an ineligibility. So without knowing the specifics of your case, it does not preclude you from somebody petitioning for you to go to the United States as an immigrant.
Or for applying for
a visitor visa again, right. You can apply again.
Okay, because I heard that there is that unforgettable writ that is there against you, that unforgivable, especially when it's bordering sometimes on some lies that you told. What is your policy concerning lies, though?
The policy on concerning lies is never, ever, ever tell a lie. I explained this to a caller this morning already. If you lie to us, and we find out there's cases where you can be permanently ineligible from going to the United States, and that includes immigration. So if you lie to us one time, we find out there are circumstances that will stop you from ever going to the United States. So lying is very bad.
Right, and I understood that from the first caller. But let me ask something, though, as it relates to that. Would you have said that in an interview, once you pick up that this individual was borderlining on lies, would you have said that you are permanently, it's held against you now permanently?
Well, it would depend on the circumstances, but if there was a permanent ineligibility, we would tell you, yes, when we refuse you.
Yeah,
yes.
you would actually receive it in writing.
Right, we would give you a
get a letter
paper
that tells you the specific reason that you're being refused.
And under what law?
Oh, okay. So other than that, it is taken that you can go ahead again and reapply for a visa. It's understood once it's not given in writing that anything is held against you other than the cancellation without prejudice.
Right, but if the consular officer saw that you had violated your visa, or at least that you had used it inappropriately, then it might be more difficult to go back and get a visa again.
Okay, in that category, would I be able to get a J1 visa, though?
Well, you can apply for a J1, and if you have the qualifications necessary for it. But if you've misused a visa in the past, it's more difficult to get one in the future.
Yeah, for the most part, across a lot of these types of visitor visa classes, whether it's the B1, the B2, the J1, or even the caller earlier who was asking about farm workers and H2B, there's the same law applies in the vast majority of these cases, where you have to have had used your past visas correctly and have all the ties that we've been talking about. It's the same law. It doesn't change based on visa class with just a few exceptions.
And on the other side, if you do use your visa correctly, it's much easier to get the next one. If you show good travel, short trips, whatever the visa says, if you do that, it's much easier to get a second one. So good travel gets rewarded.
All right. Thank you. You have been a big help.
All right.
Thanks.
Thank you.
And you enjoy your holidays. Okay, let's now go to George. Good morning, George. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thanks.
Good to have you. And you have consular officers Jennifer Roberts and Jonathan Roy.
Good morning. Just want to ask a question. If I'm the holder of a green card and I want to exchange it for a non-immigrant visa, is there a special procedure window, or is there something that I must do?
Yes, George, there is. You can do it two ways. You can come into there's a form online. If you go to our website, there's a form online. to relinquish your citizenship, your green card. Also, I believe it's the I-407. But if you you can bring that into us, and then you would give us the green card, and you would sign the document saying you understand that you no longer want it, and then you can apply for your non-immigrant visa. You can bring it to the interview. So those you can either fill it online and bring it in before the interview, or you can actually just bring it to the interview.
And there's no additional cost involved in the form or the process.
Right. It's just a matter. It's just procedure.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks.
All right. All the best. Well, time is slipping by so quickly. You know what? I love you, gentlemen and lady, Jennifer and Jonathan. I know some of our listeners, they do some things that they are not supposed to do. We know about truth, and we should speak the truth. Speak it ever, cost it what it may. I hope I have it. So I can't remember exactly how it goes, but we all know, and you know, we keep saying on this program, always travel with a document of truth. We have Georgia. Let's go to Georgia. Georgia, good morning. How you doing?
Hello, good morning.
Good to have you.
I'm fine.
I can't hear that.
Hi, Georgia.
Hi, morning. I've applied about 5 to 6 times and was denied. What are the ties that is needed to get a visa, visiting visa?
Well, Georgia, there's, when you're applying for the visa, you have to show that two things, right? You have to show that you're going to, the ties is one of it. It's one part. So you have to show that you want to come back to Jamaica, that Jamaica is your country that you're going to come back to, and the other is that you're going to go and use your visa correctly. So, for example, if someone has a very, if their ties are strong to Jamaica, family, economics, there's all sorts of things that would help prove that to us at the interview. At the interview, you just need to make sure that you explain everything about your situation. The officer's going to ask you questions. You explain everything about your situation to show that your ties to Jamaica are strong.
All right.
Okay. Well, my first application. Hello?
I have to go down unless you're going to get rid of all that noise immediately. All right. You have to get rid of that noise. Too much noise, man. You have some noise in the background there. You need to. Hello.
You're hearing me now?
Yeah, we're not hearing properly. There's quite a lot of noise in the background. Can you move away? I tell you what, we have to leave her. All right, we have to leave her then. All right, all the best then. Do we have another caller, or do we probably have to go? Okay, I think we have her back on the line. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, much better now. You go ahead.
Okay. When I applied, my first application was when I was 18. I never have any ties there. But since then, I have gotten married, have my 4 kids. I've been employed to a previous company that I'm still with. And I have been appointed in church. I'm an evangelist. I bring all of that sometime last year, and I was turned down.
Okay.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, as I mentioned earlier in the program, just because you've been refused in the past doesn't mean that you can't apply again. You can apply as often as you like. If it's been a year, it might be worth your time to come back, or it depends on how the interview goes, and it depends on what the officer is hearing and what you've told the officer. So each time is different. You said it's been 5 or 6 times, and you've dealt with 5 or 6 different officers. If you feel like there's something that you could prove those ties to the officer, then you can apply again. Nothing can stop you from that. The law says you can apply as many times as you want, and it's been a year, so it might be worth your time.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Have a wonderful day. All right, you're listening to At Your Service here on Nationwide 90 FM, a revolution in media. It's Ask the Consul, and we have consular officers Jennifer Robertson and Jonathan Roy. Vernon Darby saying to you, soon come back. When we come back, probably only have about 3 minutes or so. So come back, don't move. Welcome back. You're listening to At Your Service here on Nationwide 90 FM, a revolution in media. Well, I think time has just slipped by. We have consular officers Jennifer Robertson and Jonathan Roy. We're just going to probably allow you to give any final advice to our listeners? Let's start. Because you have to allow the woman. They always have the last word. You know that. So we'll hear from Jonathan first. All right, you go ahead, Jonathan.
Is it all right if I just give a couple of shout-outs?
I will charge you.
Thank you. I want to give a shout-out to Saeed Neamat, who recently graduated from Miko University College. Congratulations to him. He is an artist and an art teacher. And then the special shout-out to 1-year-old Ariana Marie Daniels, whose birthday is coming up.
I hope he's being taught to listen to the station from that age.
I hope she is too.
Absolutely.
I'm sure
she. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm sure she's tuned in right now.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having us.
It's good to have you, Jennifer Robertson and Jonathan Roy. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas and New Year. Look forward towards this wonderful
and an Irie
partnership.
Christmas to you.
Oh, where you come from with that?
Oh, see.
I couldn't answer Wagwan, but I got the Irie Christmas.
Irie Christmas. I hope you can find out what Irie Christmas.
She'll sing it if you put it on.
No,
yeah,
I cannot. No.
I know you can sing. And you see our listeners, you see your face has just changed color. I don't believe it. It was just wonderful working with you guys for the year.
Thank
and
you,
we
Vernon.
look forward to another year working with you. So pass on all my wishes and also those who work with us here at the station to all the staff of the U.S. Embassy.
All right, thank you, Vernon. Thank you so much.
All right, let's see now. My friends are celebrating their birthday today. Let me see. I have Stephanie at the U.S. Embassy. You're celebrating your birthday today. Yay! You want to sing for her now?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Stephanie. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, you see, I got you to sing. Only Stephanie could do that. All right, and I just remind you that today is International Migrants Day. Migrants Day. Migrants Day. Migrants Day.